What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the MMA Fast. Today, let's get started with Joe Rogan points out big issue Alex Pereira will face in UFC heavyweight debut. Longtime UFC commentator Joe Rogan believes one of Alex Pereira's greatest strengths could be hindered in his move to heavyweight. Despite the massive bulking, Pereira has assured his followers that his trademark striking speed and precision won't be impacted by the change in size. But longtime UFC commentator Joe Rogan thinks there's some room for concern ahead of Pereira's first heavyweight fight. He's 250 pounds now, which is crazy. That's almost 70 pounds different from his UFC debut. He won't have to cut weight, but he also put on muscle, and there's an issue with that. The difference in MMA is with grappling. The difference is with weight. If you get a big, heavy guy and he gets on top of you, all your speed is gone within the first 3 or 4 minutes. Arman Tsarukyan clears the air about being UFC White House main event backup fighter. The UFC White House event is set to take place on June 14th as part of the Grand America 250 celebrations. Earlier this month, White announced that Tsarukyan has been selected as the official backup fighter for the UFC White House headliner. However, it appears the Georgian-born Armenian fighter has other priorities. I'm booked until September already. They haven't announced it yet. I have a wrestling match on June 13th. I'm a backup fighter, but if everything's going good, it's 2 weeks left. I think they're going to fight. I'm going to wait for my chance. Strickland dismisses Dricus du Plessis trilogy for now. Strickland and du Plessis have shared the Octagon twice. Dricus defeated Strickland via split decision back in January 2024 to capture the 185-pound gold. Their title rematch was far more one-sided, with du Plessis earning a unanimous decision victory. Dricus hasn't fought since UFC 319. He's been inactive for a while. It was last August, so we're coming up close to a year now. I don't think sitting out on the sidelines gets you a title shot. He's got to fight again. In the meantime, there's Imavov. He's out there. He deserves the title shot. Joe Pyfer also just stopped Israel Adesanya, so I think that's a great matchup. I'd love to see Israel fight Dricus, but Imavov deserves it. Whether or not Imavov will actually get the next crack at middleweight gold remains to be seen. In a recent post on X, Imavov said he's expecting the UFC decision makers to keep their word and grant him the next title shot. Eddie Hearn challenges Dana White to release Tom Aspinall from his UFC contract. It's no secret that there's no love lost between Hearn and White. In March, Tom Aspinall announced signing with Eddie Hearn's talent management agency. One thing that's actually stuck out with me from his comments is when Conor Benn signed with Zuffa, he said, "Eddie should want fighters to earn as much as possible." Right? Do you remember that? So I've been thinking about that line, and I think that I've got an idea. I would like Dana White to release Tom Aspinall from his UFC contract, and I will guarantee Dana White in writing that I will pay Tom Aspinall a minimum, probably 5 times more, but a minimum of 3 times more than what Dana White is paying him. The situation with Tom is, and he is under contract with the UFC, but unfortunately for him, he has signed a contract which is one of the worst, most grossly underpaid athletes I have ever seen in the commercial world of sports.